The newest Game of Thrones spin-off show just released this Sunday on HBO Max, and I'm here to tell you whether or not it's worth checking out. What's up, folks? Chris from Cinema Hooked, and today I'm talking about the newest show, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, starring Peter Claffey, whom I don't really know. He looks very familiar, and I looked him up on IMDb, but there was nothing I really recognized him from. But I can say that I really like him just one episode in. Now, if you're a big Game of Thrones fan like I am, at least of the show, haven't read the books, I started the first book, but until George R.R. Martin finishes that series, why bother starting? Before I get too far into this review though, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button down there, hit that little like button like the sign there says. If you like movie reviews and TV show reviews, I'm your guy. Before I go full spoilers, I will just say if you're looking for a recommendation on whether or not this show is worth watching, yes, it's absolutely worth watching. I know it's just one episode, like what is there to judge it off of? Well, there's the one episode to judge it off of, and I know that it's good and that I'm excited for it just by the fact that I couldn't help but wish, why didn't they drop the first two episodes? Like, why didn't they drop the first two episodes? Because there's a lot of buildup in this first episode, and it's building the world. I mean, we already know the world. We've got House of the Dragon, we've got Game of Thrones, we know the world, but these characters, they're introducing us to these characters, and they don't want to rush it. They want to flesh everybody out, but it's building up towards this tournament, which I couldn't wait to see the tournament, and then the episode ended, and I'm like, all I wanted to see was the tournament. So yeah, after just one episode, like, I'm hyped on it. Like, I think you should absolutely watch it. Now, I'm going to dive into spoilers now, so if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it, come back, see what I thought of it, geek out with me in the comments because I love talking with you guys. One thing I do want to point out that I saw on the internet today was that there's a really cool callback. Well, I guess more like if you go back and watch Game of Thrones, you'll hear about this main character who goes by Sir Dunk, and by the end of the episode we see that the little kid, who's now his squire, at least temporarily, says, is that short for Duncan? Which clearly it wasn't, and he almost felt embarrassed by his name, like, yeah, Sir Dunk is kind of a dumb name, and so he's going to start going by Sir Duncan, which, you might remember this clip.
Sir Duncan the Tall. 4 pages for Sir Duncan.
I love how they're just like intertwining the worlds. And I'm wondering if like this show is just based off of nothing. I know George R.R. Martin is part of it. Like, did he have to help write who this character is? It's mentioned in the Game of Thrones show. I don't know if it's in the books or not. You know, if you know, because I don't know. If you know that he's mentioned or not in the books, let me know in the comments. So yeah, I thought that was really cool to see that clip of Joffrey because I actually am on season 1 right now of my rewatch. And I mean, and that's the thing. I'm hyped on this show because I watched the episode and I was like, I just need more Game of Thrones. So it's time to restart my annual, rewatching of Game of Thrones because I love it. Don't love that finale though. I really like the actor that they got, this Peter Claffey fellow. Again, not really familiar with him, but very likable character so far, very humble. And you don't realize it until the show. People kind of make these remarks about how big he is. You know, the first time he goes to stay at this inn and he orders like the duck and something else. And she's like, oh, you could eat it. Like, he's big. And then there's another scene where he's talking with like, I think they called him like the games master. It's basically the guy that has the list of knights that are going to compete in the tournament. And he like bonks his head on the door going in and leaving the office. And you don't really notice how big he is until he's next to other people. Because this guy is freaking just towering over everyone. He's huge. We also meet a Baratheon in this episode, which was really cool, black of hair, and it's Lionel Baratheon, who we see named in the Game of Thrones season 1, back when Ned's going through the ancestry of all the, famous houses.
Lionel Baratheon, black of hair.
Little sidebar here, but does anyone else rewatch Game of Thrones kind of semi-regularly? I mean, I almost do it every year, but like, do you ever rewatch it and you're just like, God, I just wish this would be different? Do you ever watch hoping for a different outcome, just knowing that's not going to happen? Because, gosh, it's like, oh man, if only they could have done that. Or, oh man, imagine if he'd have gotten away with that. Or, oh, what if Ned had survived? Just me? You too? So yeah, we meet Sir Duncan, his, master, the knight. He died, he buried him. He goes to enter this tournament because he wants to do something with his life. He makes a remark to his horses, whom he talks with often, and makes a remark that, hey, I could sell the 3 horses and I could live off you guys for a couple of years, like just eating as much as I want. But he wants to be a knight. That's his dream. And he feels, which, there's like flashbacks, right? And I do like the little bits of comedy that's in this. It's like A Knight's Tale, but like with a more serious tone, but it still has that unserious tone and kind of comedy of A Knight's Tale. But he's like, oh, it was always my master's dream to see me become a knight. And then it flashes back to, do you think I'll be a knight one day? And he just like spits, like no answer. The score was really good. It's not Ramin Djawadi who did the Game of Thrones scores, Ramin Djawadi is like a great composer, really love him. But this new composer that they got, and I can't recall his name at the moment, really good. Again, it's one episode, not a ton to talk about, but I'm excited for episode 2 because I want to see the tournament. We've already met a couple dickheads in this that I'm like, I hope they square off against each other because I'd love to, I mean, Sir Duncan's huge. Like I could just see him like kind of defending himself and then just giving a guy just a freaking kick to the chest. It'll be awesome. Can't wait. I'm avoiding trailers. I don't want to see trailers. I just want to see the episode. So can it be Sunday already? Please. If you watched the episode and you loved it, I'd love to know why you loved it. Or on the other side, if you didn't really like it, if it didn't land for you, let me know down in the comments because I'd love to talk with you guys about this and see where you think this show might go. And again, if you like movie reviews and you want TV show recommendations, go ahead and click that subscribe button down there. Hit the little like button like the sign there says. And like always, let's keep the conversation going after the video ends and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.